My name is Stefan Leu. I'm a have a PhD in biochemistry, and I've been working in various academic positions in several universities during the last 40 years, most of it in Israel. And one of the subjects was restoration of degraded drylands and the possibility to use this to combat global warming. And in the last years after retirement, I decided to buy a farm in Spain to demonstrate everything that I have experienced during my academic career and try to make it into a large-scale movement to address global warming and land degradation. Okay, in my academic career, I have developed the idea that restoration of degraded lands can induce sequestration of carbon dioxide, while at the same time promoting biodiversity and agricultural productivity and social welfare. And therefore, after my retirement, I've decided to buy a farm here in Spain. We are in northeastern Spain in a region called Materrania, where there is a large amount of unused farmland, of abandoned farmland. And with the idea to demonstrate my hypothesis in the field, and mainly to mobilize communities to copy or adopt this kind of methodologies, because I believe it could be the fastest method to save biodiversity, to save agriculture, to give agricultural productivity in a sustainable way, and at the same time to sequester greenhouse gases. Okay, that's a very long subject for a very short answer. Let's say that what the farm I have bought has been abandoned for 8 years before. All the agroforestry trees are basically still here, but not in good shape. One nice thing is that the soil has recovered after many times of tilling, and we have now already a complete herbaceous biomass cover over the soil, and we start getting a natural mulch layer, which is very important, which is essential in drylands. And plants are, I have summarized in 6 different chapters, in 6 different presentations that can be accessed through a link down, what the most burning problems are I have identified and how we can address them. And the one is like fighting the heavily degraded patches of soil, like the one we see here now, that's right from construction. This is now degraded. We will have to restore that. There are many on the roads and so on. Then we have far too low density of trees here. In principle, we should have at least 4 to 5 times the number of trees in these areas. As you can see, they have here in 10-meter spacing, which is too much. It is. It can be much densified, and that would be much better for the area. Then We have further promote biodiversity. We have diversification of products by planting different additional trees. I'm testing right now which ones are the best to add, and there are big surprises here. And then of course to disseminate that, to try to gather a community that is interested in adopting or copying or contributing their own experiences to make such a movement large and global. In the end, global. So. Basically, we have invested now from our own resources about 100,000 euro in the project, including planting, including renovation of the old farmhouse, to have a place for volunteers and workers and guests to stay. And what I now want to do is to plant at least another 2,000 trees, fruit trees of different species, and shrubs for berries and things like this. And of course we need tools, preferentially electric tools, to maintain the farm. Such a farm gives a huge of work. The whole next 2 months will be trimming of trees, for example, and then we'll be picking olives. Everything of this requires tools to buy. And my calculation was always that the sequestration of greenhouse gases that we induce here by properly managing the farm and by planting more trees is approximately the amount of money that we need as support, which means if we consider that in 10 years we will sequester 400 tons of CO2 in the next 10 years, and if we get the current funds, sometimes coupled with support for biodiversity of 80 to 100 euro per ton, we get about 40,000 euros, and that is about the amount of money that we need to buy the trees, to plant them, and to maintain them with irrigation equipment, without any salary for me or any workers or anybody. So that's the support we are looking for right now, and that's it. Okay, what should be added? I mean, the purely technical work, that is one part. The second part is to try and create a community supportive of those ideas that would be interested in my project, that would provide us with their ideas and projects for fruitful discussions and collaborations. And if we are the bigger group we can gather, the easier it will be to get funds from many organizations that provide money. It can be for research, it can be for development, it can be for directly at the greenhouse gas sequestration or biodiversity promotion. And we look forward to hosting guests here or to discussions over the internet or any kind of tools, and to try and gather a group that will reach national and then global scale to move these ideas ahead as fast and as efficient as possible. Thank you very much. And of course, I would be grateful if you would share this video with all your friends, relatives, and maybe professional contacts that might be interested in that, to gather as much feedback and reactions as possible. Thank you.